and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got this everyday makeup tutorial for you. It's been such a long time since I did an everyday makeup look. It's probably, I think it was my first video, and I just really felt like there's a lot of products that I've changed to. There's some that I've kept. I'm always changing up my foundation and different techniques. I find that I've been in quite a I wouldn't say lazy rut, but I've really streamlined my process. So this is going to help you get ready a lot faster in the mornings. So if you'd like to watch that and get some tips and tricks, stay tuned. Okay guys, so I've just tied my hair back. The first thing I'm going to do is to get my Chichi Beauty Blender. So that looks like this, Beauty Sponge. This is a dupe for the Beauty Blender from, you can get it at Priceline. I just find it a little bit expensive. This one's only $5.95 from Target, and it's really soft and spongy, and I love it. Now I'm going to get this Nude by Nature Miracle BB 5-in-1 cream. This was a gift. It's actually in the dark shade, and it's a bit too dark for me. So I get a bit on the back of my hand, and I blend it together with this Max Factor foundation. This is the Finity All Day Flawless 3-in-1. So it says it's a primer, concealer, and foundation. So it's got really good coverage, but it's too light for me. So when I blend the two, I do like a pump and a half because the BB is quite dark on me. And I just blend it all in. And I mean, you don't have to use all the product on the back of your hand, but I'd rather just, you know, get the shade that I'm after and then just use what I need. So then I dot that all over my face. My face, by the way, is freshly washed with Neutrogena face wash, and then I've just popped one of the serums that I'm currently using over the top, so I'm all fresh and ready to go. So, and because that I'm using a BB and that face Finity, I'm not going to use a primer. I just find it's a bit too much for everyday makeup. If I really want my foundation to go the distance, then I'll use a primer, and I do use quite a few different ones, so I will do that maybe in the next tutorial. So then just get that sponge and blend it all in. Okay guys, once that's all blended in, just note that I've made sure I've gone down my neck, because sometimes these shades are a little bit darker or lighter. So just by going down your neck, it makes everything look blended better and not such a mask if you just leave it to there. If you blend it down, it just looks a lot more natural. So then I get my, where is it? Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in the shade medium. And I'm just gonna conceal under my eyes. I do get a lot of like bags under my eyes, darkness, and I like to just look a little bit brighter, so that's why I choose the medium shade. I just pop a little bit on my chin, the bridge of my nose, and a little tiny bit on my forehead. I can tend to look a bit dry on my forehead if I put too much product there, so I've started to cut back on the amount of product I use, and I think that's generally a rule as you get older, is to use less product. Just, you know, work with what you've got and conceal what you need to, but if you don't need to put product over it, then don't, because it can age you. It can, because everything sits into your fine lines, and yeah, so best if you look more hydrated than anything, which is why I'm so big on combining foundations and kind of creating your own custom foundation, because everyone's skincare needs are so different. Like for me at the moment, especially because it's winter, I'm really more on the normal to dry side. I mean, I do still get like a bit of an oily tea, but hardly ever anymore. And that's just, obviously, I am getting a little bit older and my skin is changing. So, you know, that's just something that you have to do. So that's what I recommend. Less is more. Use less product if you are getting older and you want to still use makeup but not look like you've got a mask on. I'm just going to use this MAC Prep and Prime Loose Powder in the shade 02. And I'm just going to pop a tiny bit with my Real Techniques. I think this is a setting brush. I love this brush. And I just pop a tiny bit on that concealer just to stop it from moving around. I tend to touch my face a lot during the day. And it's really just because I'm always blowing my nose because I've got the worst allergies of life. So I just want a little bit of powder to set that, hardly anything like I said. Now I'm going to do my eyes. So I use a combination of a couple of things. I've got this really inexpensive shadow stick from Fifth Avenue, which is an inexpensive brand from Kmart. And I think it cost me like $3. I absolutely love them. It's the easiest thing ever. Shall I show you what I do? I just literally draw on my eyelids. I don't go much higher than the crease. I pretty much don't. And I focus in on the inner part. That's where I put the most product. So I just literally dump it on. Like, it's very easy. I'm just like a crayon drawing over my eye. And I love this stuff. I think it's just, it lasts all day. It gets to a point where it does set, which is why it lasts all day. And it just doesn't budge. It looks nice and bright on my eyelids. I'm not sure what shade that is, but it's just a nudie shade that I think they only carry about 3 or 4 shades in that range. So I've had a lot of success with that range. So if you're near a Kmart, go check out Fifth Avenue, because I've found quite a few good products there. And, you know, inexpensive is for me where it's at, because I do like lots of different makeup. So I just use a synthetic brush just to blend it in a little bit and blend it up into that crease. And then if I want to create a bit more depth, sometimes I'll just leave it like this. And then other times I will get my Lorac Pro palette and a little, this is a Bobbi Brown eyeshadow brush. And I'll just get like a medium to dark brown, just depending on how dark you want to go. Just get a tiny bit of that. I'll use a bit of Sable and a bit of Espresso if you do have the palette. And I just gently blend it into the very corner of my eye. And you'll see straight away it adds depth, having that darker shade on the outer corner. And I just blend it up a little bit. I don't go too high. You know, this is like an everyday makeup look. It shouldn't take you too long. It makes me feel confident, yet I'm not spending hours getting ready, because who has the time, really? I have a few eyebrow hairs peeking through because I need to get my eyebrows done. So I'll just grab like a lighter shade like this cream one here on a fluffy brush and just go over it. And this just helps kind of make the area look a little bit smoother and not so dark and a little bit more put together. All right, so now I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Precise Liner, and I'm just going to give myself, just trace over at the very base of your eyelashes and a little tiny flick out. You can see it is really tricky to get your, I know I find it really tricky to get my wings the same kind of look. Sometimes I go a bit higher on this side, and yeah, anyway. So you just give it your best shot. Keep practicing. It's just makeup, you can always take it off. And I've just like put black on me, so that's a bit annoying. Just wipe it off, get your beauty blender, clean it up a bit. All is not lost. If you make a mistake, fix it. It'll be fine. So then I'm going to curl my eyelashes and use some of the Rimmel, what's this called? Lash Accelerator Endless. This is really good, very precise, and I find really easy to use. So I think eyelash curlers are essential. I think everyone should have some, and they can look a bit scary, but it doesn't hurt at all, unless you get like your eyelid trapped in there, then that would really hurt. Okay, that's looking really nice. So now I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I've just got a little Eco Tools eyebrow brush, so just clean them up, brush them out nicely so you can really see the shape. And then I get this brow pencil from Zubias, which is an eyebrow threading place and lash tinting, I think they do. That's in Western Australia, but I'm pretty sure they've got them all over. But anyway, it's a gorgeous color. If you look on their website, they might have it. It's called Soft Taupe, and I absolutely love it. It's got a spoolie on the end. And then for me, because I bleach my eyebrows, because I bleach them and I re-dye them because they are very dark. So when I've got my hair blonde like this, it's just a bit too harsh to have these black eyebrows and then this blonde hair. So I make them so they're like a lightish dark, like a medium brown. And then this color is perfect for when I want to fill them in, which is the Soft Taupe. And my eyebrow lady who does my eyebrows in Rockingham, she recommended this color, and I love it. I've bought 3 of them now, just so I have backups, because I'm pretty sure they might have been either discontinuing the color or reformulating the pencil. So anyway, keep an eye out, because eyebrow pencils, unless you go really high end, are quite hard to find. These ones were $20 each, so not too bad. All right, so then to make them stay in place all day, I popped some Essence Clear Eyebrow Gel, and I find it really good. It's very basic. It's not like stay in place, absolutely glue down your eyebrows all day. And I'm kind of glad. I don't really like that look. It's too much. Now I've got the Essence Sun Club Bronzer. It's looking terrible because I've hit pan, but this bronzer is amazing. It's in the darker skin color, and it smells like coconut. I've just got a Nutrimetics little blush brush, and I suck in my cheeks and just start to carve them out. So that means give yourself a bit of a shadow in there, and that will make you look like you've got a slimmer face, which for me is definitely a goal. Pop it around your hairline. If you've got a bigger forehead, this is going to be awesome for you because it just helps slim it down. And it's really, it's a general rule that it's around the perimeters of your face. It's so this part becomes the highlight and not, you know, the outer part of your face. So bronzing and contouring is all about shadow and things receding, and highlighting is all about bringing things out. So that's just a good thing to remember if you're ever stuck on what should be the next step. So I'm just going to pop some blush on. This is the NYX blush in Dusty Rose, and I've been using this a lot lately. I got it on special at Target for $2.50, would you believe it? I think they used to retail for about $10, so I just picked them up because I'm always on the hunt for a bargain, and I know that I'll use it. So just find the little roses of your cheeks. For me, it's about there. And I've got a Real Techniques blush brush. Kind of squidge my face up so it's easier to find. And I just blend it out in circular motions. And start off with less, hey? Always best to start with less. That rhymes. You can always build up color. It's quite hard. Well, it's not hard, but it's annoying to take it away. All right, so now, oh, I forgot to add that when so for my eyes, I like to line my inner waterline with this Models Prefer Nude pencil. Any nude pencil will do. This just opens up the eyes a little bit, and I also put it just on the inner corner, and it does the same effect. It just opens up the eyes. You do have to be careful when you do this that you don't move your concealer around. I quite often do. And what I just pat it out to make sure I don't get those big finger marks, which is a bit annoying. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight my face, and I use the Mary Louminizer from the Balm, and I get a little Real Techniques, I think this is an eyeshadow brush, I don't really know, and I just get a little bit on the brush and do the high points of my cheeks. So I'll show you. I literally just do there and just blend it in so it doesn't look too much like a line, because it literally is a line of product, but I try to just blend it out a bit. I put a little bit on my eyebrows, same thing, just to highlight. I put a tiny bit on the end of my nose, just a tiny bit, and a tiny bit on my chin, and a tiny bit above my upper lip. And as you can see, all of that is just to highlight the points of your face. I don't add too much. This stuff is really blingy. I love it though, because you don't need much. And literally I've had that for so long, and I mean, it barely looks like I've used it. So that's good. All right, so now I'm gonna finish off with my lips, and I've got the Models Prefer, what's this called? Infinite Color Lip Liner in Always Nude. And this is a great shade if you just, for me, it's just definition. It's not that my lipstick's gonna bleed everywhere, because you'll see what I'm using, it doesn't do that anyway. But I just like having a bit of definition. So you just come up from the side of your lips this way. And that's gonna help. If you have thinner lips, if you start tracing this way and don't go like this, like if you start coming up, you can get a little bit fuller of a lip look. And because I've used that lip balm, my lips are really nice and hydrated. So this is my favorite product of the moment. This is not new. This is the Maybelline Color Drama Lip Pencil in Nude Perfection. And I have literally found my perfect nude. This is so gorgeous. I love it so much. And I will be buying this until, I don't know when, but I'll be buying it for a long time because I love it. All right, so I'm just gonna pop that all over my lips. So you can see it's a beautiful bright nude. It just makes it looks natural, but it enhances your lips. This stays for hours. I've had coffee and morning tea, and by the time lunch rocks around, a lot of it is gone, but a lot of it, the color is still there, and all I have to do is pop a bit of gloss on and I'm good to go. So this is the kind of look that I would do every day. If I do want to add a little bit of shine, just to give it something extra, I'll add this Maybelline, I think this is the color Elixir in Nude Illusion, just to the center of my lip. I do find this a bit globby though, so literally it's just a little tiny bit, just to give yourself a bit of that shine. All right, just take out my hair. And that's it, guys. That's the finished makeup look. You can see it's really easy. I use a lot of products that you can just get at your local Target or your Priceline, or if you're in America, get it at your local drugstore. I'm definitely more of a drugstore girl myself. I do have some high-end products, but I just feel like for every day, it's good to have just some budget-friendly options that still make you look and feel beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and if you would like to see anything in the future, just leave me a comment down below and I will try to make that happen for you. And if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Make sure that you click this little button that I will insert right here to subscribe to my channel, and it will notify you when I have new videos coming out. And also, I'm really active over on Instagram, so make sure that you check me out over there. It's just Anoushka Marie, and I'll also pop this here now and you can go over and have a look at my Instagram. So thank you so much, guys. Have a great week and I'll speak to you next time. Bye.